Hello everybody, and this is my 2004 Chevy Astro Boogie van project. Today I will be working on the sun visor that I made out of fiberglass. Now I used the windshield as a mold for the main part. This windshield has been cracked from the previous owner, so I didn't care too much about this windshield, but I did put aluminum tape across everything. That way aluminum tape is a good mold release. So once I laid the fiberglass across the whole windshield, I actually stopped right here. This is an added part. Once it dried, then I lifted it up and I put these paint lids. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a paint lid in there, and that gave me my height that I wanted from the top of the sun visor to the windshield. And then on the upper part of the visor, I use these wooden pieces of wood to give me the height on the back side. So once I got my height, and then I was able to use cardboard to make my templates for the sides. Once I got my shape, then I used aluminum tape, and then I glassed it on the van. And then when that dried, I was able to just pop it off and throw out the cardboard and the tape. Once that was all said and done, then I had to make this lip right here. I did that off the van, and I'll kind of give you an idea how I did that, because I still have to make the back side on the up part. Now, there will be a bolt on the top upper part where the roof is, and that's why I made this. I fiberglassed a paint lid, and basically this is going to get cut in half, and I'm going to place it in the upper part in the center. When I get it where I need it, then I'll temporarily glass it in, and then I'll take it off the van and I'll make the lip and glass this in better. So let's get to it. Okay, so now I have it pretty much marked where I want to cut, right there. And then I got it marked on this piece here. It's going to be cut in half. And then once it's all done, I'll put it back on the van, stick this here, and then I can get my height where I want to cut it across the top here. And then we'll stick it all together and pretty much fiberglass it in place, and then take it back off the van again to make the lip. Got it cut out. Pretty much this will slide in here, and then once I get it on the van, put it in place, and then I'll mark the top, and then I'll cut it, and it'll be ready for glass. Alright, here we are on the roof. I got the stick here to give me my height, and then I got that piece that I cut in place, and I went ahead and marked it, so that'll be my cut. Let's go ahead and cut it. Okay, now I have the piece put in place and ready to glass. Now, I had to scuff around here just a little bit to let the resin bite in, because if it's smooth or shiny, you have a chance of the glass lifting off. So scuff around here, scuff around inside the piece. I used 80 grit sandpaper, but it's just sitting in there. This is where a bolt is going to go through the roof. Once I get the bolt in there, then I will glass over that, because you don't want any water going in here. Probably drill a couple holes right here, like little drains, because that will fill up with water. And of course, you'll have to put some kind of rubber here for a gasket. But pretty much it's ready to be just temporary glassed on, just a light glass. That way when I'm done, take it off and I can really get it on the inside with some fiberglass to reinforce it. Just like I said, just a little bit of fiberglass to get that on. So got a little bit of resin here, a little bit of chop mat, and the resin, and a little paintbrush, or this is an acid brush, so I can go ahead and get that in place. This might even be too much, but I give it a shot. Alrighty, the fiberglass is dry. This piece is now part of this piece. So now all I have to do is take it off and build my lip, fiberglass that in there, and pretty much all the fabrication of the sun visor is done. And then it's just grinding it down and doing body work, which is going to be a lot of work, but oh well. So I have the sun visor ready to fiberglass the back lip of the sun visor. This is like a little temporary mold I made. This is just a piece of flat wood that I got, and I put aluminum tape down where I'm going to put the fiberglass right here. And like I said, the aluminum tape acts like a mold release. So we have that all set up. Now it's just time to glass it. And then when it's all glassed, we'll trim it to the size I want. And then all the fabrication is done on this sun visor. Now it's just reinforcing everything with more fiberglass on the inside and doing body work. Yay! So I put a couple of layers of fiberglass on the back edge. Once it's dry, then I'll pull it off in my temporary mold and then mark it where I need to trim it, and then put it back on the van. But pretty much fabrication of the sun visor is done. What I'm going to do now is along this edge right here where the corner is, I'll take this stuff called Fibertech. It's like Duraglass, but it's made with Kevlar. And you pretty much just swipe it through here. That'll give it a little more strength on the edges of the sun visor. And then I'm still going to put more fiberglass on the inside of this sun visor. That'll give it more strength because there's going to be a lot of wind that's going up underneath this thing, and I don't want it to crack. But once all the fiberglass is done, then it's just shaping everything and doing all the body work. But yeah, you can see there's a little low spot here from where the windshield was. But what I'll do is I'll grind some of this down. That's why I'm going to put more fiberglass on the inside, is so when I grind this little lump down, I'm not going all the way through. I'm actually got more material I can grind past. Alright, so the lip is on. This is not the final height. I had to cut a little bit more off of it. I want it just a little bit higher than what it is. I don't want it hitting the van. But this lip is now on. And we have the piece here where that bolt will go to keep it attached to the roof. But so far, everything's looking good. And now it's just putting more fiberglass inside to strengthen it, cutting this lip just a little bit more to open the gap, and then just body work. So that's it for right now. Thanks for watching.